Who the hell are you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. What are you? A living being. What are you doing here? I'm traveling. Did you come alone? There are no more of us. Others come here too. You're small compared to me. There are those smaller and larger than me, but size doesn't make things. But? Adaptability. We have that too. You are the end products of a scrap fractal evolution. Man's weaknesses stem from his complacency and false self-knowledge, most often from cognitive distortions, limited rationality, or emotional reactions. Specific psychological and behavioral patterns fundamentally determine his everyday decisions and communication. Do we see the world wrong? The human organism is an easily recognizable, gullible, naive creature. Sure, but it's more complicated than that. The basis of false conclusions is often to be found in your sensors and your imaging brain. Behind the faulty logical conclusions are thinking errors and cognitive distortions. They tend to notice and accept information that confirms our existing beliefs and ignore rational signals. They cling to their misconceptions, relativity, evolution, archaeology, history, mathematical and physical axioms, all of which are based on hypotheses. The narrow-minded hypocritical masses do not question thousands of years of nonsense. If they do not know their past, they create a historical past for themselves with the help of their imagination, which uses their knowledge database like artificial intelligence. They have a peculiar tube vision, their attention is narrowed under stress, so they do not see the full spectrum of the problem and they miss rational solutions. Instead of the subject of the discussion, they attack the other party's person, character, or motivations. They tend to draw far-reaching conclusions about the whole or a group based on a single or a few isolated cases, which is how wrong conclusions are made. What causes human extinction? They themselves. They have made many fatal mistakes in the few thousand years they have been here. These mistakes have led to a chain reaction and a catastrophic outcome. A fundamental human flaw is that they often prefer short-term, quick pleasures or successes and do not even recognize long-term goals. Excessive self-confidence and conceit tend to overestimate their own knowledge, abilities, significance, and place in the universe. Are we ignorant? Their brains are rubbish. What flies and they do not recognize, because they are ignorant and primitive, they call it a UFO, what they do not understand is a UAP. The first settlers arrived on Earth more than 4 billion years ago during the Hadean Eon, and they were not humans. Are there others in the world? Microbial life has always been present in the universe. The evolutionary path of living organisms is similar, but unfortunately, humans have led astray in their fractals. How do they overcome distances? If there is a small bump somewhere in the universe, tens of thousands of pieces of debris will start flying in all directions of the compass. They will hitch a ride on these rocks and travel for free, covering distances they would never be able to cover on their own. They do the same thing as seeds on Earth that are blown by the wind, that is, microorganisms travel in rocks and meteorites to reach anywhere in the universe, although spores or bacteria can also drift in space due to the radiation pressure of stars. We also travel in space. Are there any dangers? Traveling in space also poses a serious danger to humanity, because they can bring in thermophilic organisms whose appearance can have fatal consequences. Man is already trying a kind of controlled panspermia on the moon, with little success. I could also say that many millions of UFOs have landed on Earth over the millennia, but few were able to survive, because some of them had extreme conditions with the terrestrial fauna. Who came here to us? Refugees, vagrants came here, some just had accidents, but poachers still come here today, who steal rare metals such as BiSbO4, which is scarce on their planet. How are they able to survive in the Earth's climate? They adapt and hide. There are parasites and symbionts that can withstand temperatures as high as plus 122 degrees, or there are Deinococcus radiodurans that can withstand radiation. The organisms that can withstand the coldest temperatures are microscopic tardigrades, nematodes, and certain psychrophilic bacteria. There are also barophiles or piezophilic creatures, and these also have their own evolutionary paths. There are millions of organisms that are unknown to humans, extremophiles, and other archaea. Methanopyrus candleri is an extraordinary single-celled microorganism that belongs to the archaea family. Piezophiles can also withstand enormous pressure. Certain organisms, such as Deinococcus geothermalis, can maintain their biological activity and survive cell damage even at extremely low temperatures. Where did it go now? Hey, where did you go? Come back, let's talk again.